All right, so we're going to do a ballet bar, and if you catch us while we're live, right at the beginning, you can do it with us, or probably just let it get recorded and then you can follow along at your leisure. So I have never done a ballet class in this format before, so I'm a little like, how is this going to work? Because, you know, actually sometimes I will explain an exercise and then turn on the music and start doing it, and I make mistakes because I'm thinking of a million things, but the students know, and so they do the exercise. So I can't promise you that it's going to be all like I'm going to do perfect, but I'm going to try. So I know I have a bar. You can use a chair. So this is going to be for like, it's a kind of a ballet level 3 class, but I would encourage level 4s to do this, level 5s to do this even, work on their technique. And it might be a little bit more challenging for a level 2, but they can jump into it as well. So let's get started. We always start with a plie. So actually, normally I would even start with a foot exercise, but I'm going to skip that today because I just want to get to the bar. I want to make sure that you can see my feet in here. So let's move this as far back as we can. So here's this is my bar for my right hand side, and this is my bar for my left hand side. And of course you can mirror me, dancers. So I'm going to start the left. When you put your right hand on the bar, then you're doing your left side. If you have your right hand on the bar, if you have your left hand on the bar, you're doing your right side. Remembering that your supporting leg is the inside leg because it's supporting you, and your working leg is the one that's doing all the, well, I mean, the reality is your supporting leg is doing a lot of the work, just supporting you. Let's make sure that my class open here. Okay, so plies. We're going to go, starting in first position, we're not going to do grand plies. You can see my feet in here. We're not going to do a grand plie. We're just going to add a rise at the end here. So we're going to go demi and stretch and demi and stretch and rise. Rise and change to second position. Demi and stretch and demi, keeping the knees right over the toes. Rise and lower and point close to third or fifth. If you've been working in third, you should be going no further than third. If you've been working in fifth, then you can go to fifth, meaning the level 4s and 5s have been in fifth. So 2 demis, rise, and then point close to first. Keep the arm there. Look towards the arm, and you move flat back, port de bras all the way down. I'm not really warm, so and then nice flat back all the way back up. Look towards the bar. Little port de bras towards the bar. Come up, open, rise and balance. And then we're going to the other side. Okay, so let's get our music here. Here we go. Hopefully you can hear it okay. And demi, and stretch, demi, and stretch, rise, lower, point close to second, and demi, and stretch, demi, and stretch, rise, and stretch the foot, and demi, and demi, and stretch, rise, and lower, point close to first, flat back, all the way down, 2, 3, get there, 4, and 5, lengthen from the hip bones, look towards the bar or your chair. too much about technique because I just want to move the class along, but if we were in class together, we would probably be talking about the direction of the knee, where it should be facing, and stuff like that. But all right, so we are starting in, if you've never done this before, then maybe level 2, stay in first position the whole time. But level 3s and 4s, you should be doing this from 3rd or 5th. So we're going to prepare the arm, and the arm is going to work really hard at staying nice and carried. So carried means the shoulders down, the elbows up, and the forearm is rotated, and the hand is soft. Well, the arm is up. Okay, so we have pair, and we have fronts and close, and side and close, to the back and close, to the side and close, en croix, front, side, back side. Then brushes, so it comes a little bit off the floor. I think it's really loud probably. My feet are probably coming through really loud. Sorry about that. And then, so that was once on the floor, once in dégagé level, which is about 2 inches off the floor. And on the 3rd time around, we're going to do piqué. So we come up to that 2 inches, and we're just going to do a little knock on the floor. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and close. Out, pop, pop, and close to the back. Pop, pop, and close to the side. Pop, 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 and close. Is that it? I think so. All the way through, twice. So we're not going to go back side, front side. We're just going to keep it front side, back side, all the way through twice. Okay? And then we're going to switch sides with the bar on the other side. Oops. To the side, to the back, to the side. Brushes, brush, and brush. Keep your knees straight all the time. Don't let it bend. Piqué. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. Close with the plie. Here we go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And brush, and brush, and brush, and brush. Here we go. Piqué. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and plie. Okay, get ready right away to the other side. Here we go. 1, and side, and back, and side. To the brushes. Brush, brush, and brush. Piqué. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keep that arm nice and supported. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Brushes. Keep it straight all the time. There's no time that you should soften the knee except for if you're plieing in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you did that with me, oops, you should feel your quads kind of screaming a little bit if you were working really hard at not letting the knee bend at all. Whoops, just a second. Just a second, music. So what we want to do is we want to stretch out that quad. So keeping the heel right behind your seat and pushing the hip forward. Keep yourself nice and upright here. We're going to take 2 deep breaths. 3 deep breaths here and breathe into those quad muscles. How is everyone? Lots of stuff going on these days, and yet not lots of stuff, right? Okay, keeping that, we're switching sides, keeping the heel right behind the seat so that you're not pulling it out to the side or towards the center, to right behind the seat. So nice deep breaths. Are you baking? Are you finding some new hobbies? This is an awesome time to do the things that you always wanted to do, but you never have time to. So I'd love to see some creations that dancers are working on besides dance, some art creations or some cooking and baking. Okay, we're going on to rond de jambe. Okay, so if I've gotten this right, we're going to stay in first position for rond de jambe. Very similar to tendu in that it never bends. Now, I know that my legs happen to be hypomobile, which is the opposite of hyper. So hypermobile means they're really mobile, and usually they hyperextend, like they overbend or bow. If you're a child or if you're a dancer and your legs bow a little bit, that means you're hyperextended, and it's a really great trait to have as a dancer. But if you're like me, you have to work really hard. It doesn't look straight, even though I am straightening it with everything I can. I'm pulling up that quad muscle. It's not entirely gonna look straight, but that's just because of my physiological genetics in my family. So, but if you can make it have the look of completely straight, that's what you want actually. Well, anyways. So you just really wanna lengthen the foot the whole time. Everything is active, and that's the thing with ballet, is you want to make it look easy, but you are always, always working. You are always working. Pretty much everything is engaged. And yet there's a softness so that we don't look too robotic. Okay, all right, from first position, we're gonna port roll the arm, making sure you don't come in with the shoulder, but you keep the shoulder back as you port roll the arm. And we're gonna go front, all the way around, front, all the way, that's the rond de jambe. So you want to be creating that half circle as far as you can reach, twice the way through. And on the third time, it's going to be slow, but we're going to do it dégagé level, which means it's off the floor. If you could fit a little wheel under that toe and keep it there all the way to the back. Okay, and then we're going to do that on plie, around. Brush through first and plie, around, and then we're going to brush through first and then stretch both legs into 45 degrees. So 45 degrees is 90 would be about here, right? So 45 is right in between. Rond de jambe, 45 degrees all the way around. And then I can't remember what the music is, but as we came around, let's fondue to the front, and then we'll come up to releve. I don't know if you can still see me there. Come up at the very end, fondue to the front, and then gather it to the front in a high releve pip. And then we'll do it the other side. Okay, here we go. I wonder if we can do this all together with one piece of music. Let's see. All right. So keeping the ribs nice and closed. Here we go. Sorry, first, front to the back, and front to the back. And 1, 2, 3. In fondue to the front, to the back, brush to front, to the back, brush up to 45. Sorry, all the way again to reverse, front, and back, and front, and back, and front. Sorry, that's what I'm talking about. I make mistakes. So this will be almost like a mini class, because after, I'm not going to do a center today, but once we get a center recorded, you can go on to the center, or if you're just doing this, make sure you stretch your pike. So stretching your pike, that's pike or your hamstrings. Make sure you stretch your front splits, right side, left side, Russian splits, and straddle and roll through straddle. Okay. All right. So grand battement. This is going to be a little different than I normally do. Okay. So for level 2s that are doing this class, we have been talking about this in your grand battement. The regular way of doing grand battement to the side is you want to be here, but what happens is a lot of people do that, right? They lift the seat. You want to keep the seat completely down because you're going to have way more freedom in the hip joint if you keep that seat down. So you really have to use the deep abdominal muscles to get that leg up and not your seat. Don't let any of these back muscles be working. They need to be rotated, and you're rotating this way, and the more you can drop that bum in le second, the more freedom, the more you can get it up nice and high. But if you're going to just do here, you're going to limit it. All right, so we're going to do preparation for pirouette with our grand battement. So if you've been working 3rd or 5th, you can do this from 3rd or 5th. I'm going to do it from the first position. Okay, so we have en croix again, to the front, to the side, to the back, to the side. We're going to do that twice the way through. Plie, releve into 5th, high 5th, plie, retire, plie, retire with the pirouette. You might have to readjust and come back down. And actually, if you've never done that before, just work on plie, releve or plie, retire. Remember, we want that knee so far back that we look like two-dimensional from the side. And you can practice that in front of a wardrobe mirror or bathroom mirror to make sure that that retire is very two-dimensional, okay? Very flat. Not coming into the front area, and well, it will be really hard to go to the back. You just try to push it to the back as much as possible. Okay, so front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, plie, releve, plie, retire, plie, retire with a turn, and come back down. I know I'm lucky that I have this. And I have an issue with one of my knuckles of my foot, so I'll just do my best through that. Okay, so let's do grand battement. Again, just like tendues and just like bras de jambe, keep that leg straight. Lengthen. It's going to be beautiful and active, but if it's a little bit floppy, you are not getting all that you could be getting out of the exercise. So we want to be lengthening the whole time. Okay, grand battement. Here we go. So 1st or 5th there, we have fronts and side. Make sure it's right behind you. All over again. Fronts and a side and a back and a side. Plie, releve 5th, plie, retire, plie. Plie, when you do that, you want to do that with a chair. So I haven't even taken a look at our friends' comments, if there is anything here that I should be answering for you. All right. Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching, and get your kids on here doing their ballet class. It'll be a little bit challenging for level 2s, but hey, level 3s, level 4s, level 5s. Stretch after you've done this. If you finish this, then make sure you stretch all your splits, stretch your back. Yes, the turn is very difficult. Actually, you know what? I have to say that I actually don't usually start kids on turns until they are probably 9. I do a lot of releves first. So if they're just a lot of work in releve. So releve is up here, okay? And then just getting their alignment, right? Because if they start turns too soon and they haven't worked enough in releve, they won't get their balance. They won't get that straight place, and so then they'll end up turning like this instead of nice and straight and tall. So they do need to just work on releve, maybe retire, but not actually turning. Yes, probably about, I think I did some turns with the 8s, with the level 2s this year, was just chaîné turns. Anyways, we'll talk about that another time, because I'd like to have some demonstrators for that. So, all right, have a great day. Keep working, you can do it.